Last session, just we started about authentication and authorization concept. Okay, just we had a discussion about authentication and authorization, right? So the point here is, what is the need of authentication or authorization? Simple reason for that. Anyone, can you please tell what the need of authentication or authorization? To provide security for our endpoints. Getting right? To provide security for our endpoints, we can restrict such the request. We can restrict the people to access our endpoint, right? For that, we will go for. We will go for. Okay. Just we have to talk about authorization and authentication, right? So next, one more point I covered. There are multiple types of authentications are there. There are multiple types of authentications are there. Token authentication, JSON web token authentication, JWT. Next, basic authentication, session authentication, like multiple authentication types are there. Next, multiple permission classes are available. Authorization techniques, right? Okay, well. So now, sir, how before using this authentication or authorization, if you want, I thought I covered how to implement token authentication. Regarding token authentication, right? Sir, with every request, token will be there. If that token is valid, then only sir, the endpoint access is allowed. If it is not valid, then immediately we are going to get, sir, error. So authorization credentials must be required, or you are not allowed to access this endpoint, like that we are going to get, sir. So now in the token authentication, if you want to do, first step what we have to take care is, sir, anyone can you please tell what the first step we have to take care? First, add the auth token application in our settings.py. Install the apps. This is the DRF provided third party, application, which is the responsible for token management. Remember this one, which is the responsible for token management, right? Okay. Next, after adding this application, so if any partner application may request for the token, that's why the corresponding URL pattern we require to add in urls.py. Okay, we covered, sir. The URL pattern we have to add in urls.py. We require to do that, sir. So now, sir, after that, I have to enable authentication and authorization. I require to enable authentication and authorization, sir, for my view class. For that, how you can do? There are two approaches are available. One is local approach. Second one is global approach. Remember this one, sir. What is the first one? Local approach. Second one, global approach. Local approach. Second one, sir, global approach, right? So now the important conclusion. Now the important conclusion is, sir, how to use local approach, how you can use global approach. Sir, observe last example, whatever we discussed, sir. First step, we sir, I added inside settings.py. Sir, in our installed apps, this is the application I added extra. Sir, for authentication and authorization, this is the extra thing whatever I added, sir. Now the next thing, what I did, sir, in the urls.py, authentication related, this one also I added. Regarding this is also I added, sir, authentication related, right? So now the next, in the views, earlier we specified only query set. Next time after that, second one, serializer class. But now we have to talk about two more classes. Regarding, we require to talk about two more classes. What is the first one, sir? Okay, sir, authentication classes. Second one, permission classes, like this, right? Sir, which type of authentication we are using? Token authentication. Which type of permission classes we are using? Sir, do you know yellow, any, or is authenticated, like we can able to take? Sir, now is authenticated like this I'm taking, sir. So if you want to send the request, if you want to access this endpoint, compulsory authenticated people only is allowed. If you are not having the token, sorry, you are not allowed to access this endpoint. Now can you please tell, because of these two lines, my endpoint will become secured or not? Please confirm. Please confirm. we are using it is the secured or not? Yes. Okay, please make sure, sir. Okay, you have to take a bit very special care. Is authenticated like, sir, this is the type of authentication what you are using. Permission for which type of people permission must be required? Only authenticated people we require to use. Okay, well, sir, now this is local way of configuring security related things, right? Okay, now have a look once. Let me start the postman. Okay, I want to send the request. Before that, let me start my server also. Sir, REST API apps OT. Okay, now CD with the REST C4 like this I'm taking. Now py, sir, here py manage.py run server. Like it, just can you please run the server? Okay, postman is ready to start. Yes. Okay, what is my endpoint, sir? The same endpoint is there. Now what is my endpoint, sir? Get request I'm sending. So can you please guide to send the get request? To send the get request, token must be required or not? Can you please confirm? To send the get request, token must be required or not? Yes, compulsory token must be required, sir, to send get request. In the header spot, no token. What will happen, sir? Have a look once. Have a look once. Yes, if any person sending the request, immediately it's going to tell authentication credentials were not provided like this, right? Okay, how I can get authentication credentials already I showed in the last session by using auth application, but let me okay, open admin interface. So to get a token here, Durga, next Durga 1 2 3 like this I'm taking. Durga 1 2 3 tokens are any token you can take, any token you can take, no issue at all. Are getting? This is the token. This is the token I'm taking. Sir, here authorization I have to take. Next the token authorization token we have to take token. Okay, like now same get request for the same endpoint. Can you please send the request? Can you please send the request like send? Now all the records whatever there, now I can able to see all the records information, right? I hope everyone in the position to understand, right? So without the providing token, you people are not allowed to access our endpoint. Now our endpoint will become secured. All the people can able to understand, all the people can able to understand what is the meaning, how you can able to do that, sir. Okay, Neeraj, if we are not using permission class, then the default permission class is going to take, sir, what the permission class default value is. Allow any person is allowed, to access. Clear? Okay, so now the next point what I want to take, sir, here this way of setting is called the local way of setting. For every new class we have to define individually like this, right? This way itself is nothing but local way, sir. We have to set individually, right? So I don't want this one, I want to set globally. How you can set globally? The biggest advantage we are going to get is if you can set up globally inside settings.py, the biggest advantage what we are going to get is, do you know, sir, it is applicable. It will applicable for all endpoints, right? We are not required to do individually for every class like this. Okay, how you can set globally? Here, just observe that. Anywhere you can take, sir. Already we discussed this one. Have you remembered, right? We discussed this one. Have you remembered? I hope. REST framework, default authentication classes, default authentication classes. Okay, like so now rest of framework dot authentication dot token authentication, rest of framework dot permissions dot is authenticated like this, right? Have you observed? So which authentication classes we are using, which permission classes we are using. Now if I can do like this type of thing is by default considered global way of enabling authentication and authorization. Any doubt? Can you please confirm? Yes, REST framework is always fixed. It is a framework, sir. Aryan, it is always fixed. Yeah, the tokens will be shared to partner applications, Swami. The token will be shared to partner application. If the partner application wants to communicate with our endpoint, compulsory they require to provide the token. Getting right? Okay. So now this is how you can enable globally. Okay, that's all. Now the next cinema, what I have to concentrate, very important, sir. So do you know there are several permission classes are available. There are several permission classes are available, right? Sir, which permission classes? Just take a bit very special care, sir. What permission classes are there? This part is a very important terminology, right? Okay, when so just take a bit very special care. We discussed two permission classes. One is authenticated. One is authenticated. Second one we covered. Can you please confirm what is the second one we covered? Hello, any. Up to this, any doubt? Any doubt up to this one? Can you please confirm? Have you observed, right? These two things we covered already, right? Is authenticated, and then yellow any, like these two are the things we covered, right? So now what is the use of yellow any? What is the use of yellow any, sir? Anyone, can you please confirm what the use of yellow any? Yes, this permission class is the default value. This permission class is the default value. Anyone is allowed to access. Anyone is allowed to access, right? Okay. So now when this type of permission is helpful. I told already, right? If multiple endpoints are available. If multiple endpoints are available, means multiple view classes are there, sir. If I set globally authentication, if I enable globally for all endpoints, sir, authentication is applicable, right? Now my requirement is for a particular endpoint, I want to disable. For a particular endpoint, I want to disable authentication, right? How you can do? At that case, this yellow any option is very helpful. Clear, right? Yes, friends. Yesterday I repeated, I covered this point, I hope. So when explicitly, if you want to disable authentication for a particular view class, for a particular endpoint, then this one is a very helpful, right? Okay, well. So next is authenticated. Is authenticated. When we have to use this one? Is authenticated. What it means, right? The is authenticated permission class, sir, will allow only authenticated people, only authenticated users can access endpoint, sir, endpoint, like so only authenticated users can access endpoint, right? So especially, do you know, if you want to provide access to a set of administrators, regarding if you want to, so if you want to provide access to register users, regarding sometimes hey, my endpoint can be accessed by only registered users, then if you have such a type of thing, better to go for is authenticated. Remember this one, sir. When we should go for is authenticated means, boss, to access endpoint compulsory token must be required. Token means you should have username and password, means that you registered already. Only registered people can able to access such a type of requirements. If you want to implement, then we should go for is authenticated. Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay. Next, third one, sir. Third one. We have to go for, sir, third. Yes, these things I have to explain in this. Sir, is admin user. What is that, sir? Can you please tell? Is admin user. Okay. If the person who is accessing endpoint, if this person is the admin person, if this person is the admin person, then only he is allowed to access. If he is not admin person, then he is not allowed to access. Are you getting? He is not allowed to access, right? So I want to provide access only for administrators, then only it is applicable. Then immediately you may have the doubt, sir, how you can confirm this person is the admin user? Anyone, can you please tell how to decide this person is the admin user or not? Please confirm. How you can, sir, which person is the admin person? Huh? Ayyo. Excellent, Priyanka. Good. The remaining people also should have that clarity. Yes, anyone? How you can? So, can I use the word super user means admin person? Super user. Sir, only super users are allowed to access. Correct or not? Super users are allowed to access. Can you please confirm? Yes or no? Ayo, only super users are allowed to access. Normal users are not allowed to access. Yes or no? Okay, well, good man. The people who told yes, think a bit very carefully, listen carefully, sir. What is the first point here is, observe carefully, right? Sir, if a person just created, in the backend I created user. Now have a look once, sir. Super user is already we aware how to create super user. Do you know? Super user is the supermost role. Don't worry at all. Okay. Now, if I created in the backend any user, any user like do you know? Just if I created in the backend any user like sir, I'm taking here, observe that. I want to take home. Now, sir, users like if I create a yard user, this person is a normal user. Remember this one, sir, normal user. Okay. For this normal user, if we can give search tab status, yes, true, this person will become admin person. Remember that this person will become admin person, right? So, sir, every admin person. Next, for the super user, no one is required to give status. Automatically, that person is the more superior, right? Okay, sir, take a bit very special care. Total 3 types of users are there. User, next and after that admin, next and after that what? Super user. Regarding user, admin, super user, these are 3 members by default considered. Yes, observe carefully, right? Super user is the superior person. Sir, this admin, if you set this status, then that person is by default considered yes, okay, admin person. If this stop status is the false, then he will become normal user only. Like sometimes what will happen? This endpoint should be accessed by only. This endpoint can be accessed by only. Do you know, right, administrators? If we have such a type of requirement, then we require to go for is admin user. Sir, theoretically okay? Can you please implement? Theoretically okay? Can you please implement? Like you may ask. Yes, here observe that. First thing in our stop status is enable only for Durga. For Malika and Sunny, stop status is not enabled. Means these 2 members are normal users. Remember that, sir. These 2 members are normal users. These 2 members are not admin. Only admin person is Durga only. Okay. Well, of course, it's the super user also, right? Now, the point here is, let me send the request. Sir, what I want to take is in the views.py, sir, is authenticated. Already I did, comma. What is the next? Is admin. Are you getting what is the is admin user? Like this, I selected this one, sir. Is admin user. Okay, like sir. Now here I'm taking permission class. Yes, is admin user. Like this, I took, sir. Okay, now only admin person is allowed to access. Non-admin persons, normal users can't access our endpoint. Where is the proof for that? Where is the proof for that? Here, see this one. First thing, let me send a normal request. Without any ID, I don't want to send any ID. Let me send a normal request. Normal request without any ID, sir. Without any ID. So I'm not passing any token. Now observe that what response it is telling. Authentication credentials were not provided. Okay, well, so don't worry. I will provide authentication credentials. Here, authorization token is authorization token. Sir, I want a token related to sir Sunny. I'm taking, sir. Token related to Sunny. I'm taking. Can you please confirm what is this person allowed to send the request or not? Respond yes or no. Is this person allowed to send the request or not? Yes or no. Shashank, can you please confirm again? Is this person, sir, she is the Sunny. Sir, Sunny is allowed to send the request or not? Not allowed. Not allowed. What is the reason for that? Is what is the reason? Reason for that is I told already. Here only admin person. Only admin person. But Sunny is not admin, normal user. Now, sir, okay, authentication okay, but you are not having access permissions. That's why. Okay, have a look once. Have a look once. What the response you are getting? Perfect. You do not have permission to perform this action. Are you getting? You do not have this permission to perform this action because she is the normal user, but not admin. Any doubt? Any doubt? So now it is not telling you didn't provide authentication. Authentication completed, but the problem is yet authorization. That authorization is nothing but permission class. Okay, well, sir, now what is the next thing we have to do? So now instead of Sunny token, let me take Durga token. Can you please confirm Durga is the admin person or not? Hey, Durga is the admin or not? I told already staff status for Durga is enabled. Yes, he is the admin person. Then automatically, sir, here, like here now I'm sending the request, sir. Now I'm sending the request. Have a look once. Definitely it will work. Definitely it will work. Yes, perfectly it's going to work. Any doubt? All the people are in a position to understand, right? If you want to provide access only for admin people, then only we should go for like this. Shashank, we will discuss, don't worry. First observe current concept. Any doubt? Any doubt up to this? Okay, well. So now I have one small point. Take very special case. I want to make Sunny as admin man. Because Sunny, normal user, how you can? Let me make Sunny as admin. How I can make Sunny as admin? Let me go to here, Sunny profile. Okay, here username and the password like this. Okay, now here have you observed? Here have you observed, right? Sir, active means just the active user. That's all. Next, staff status means designates whether the user can log into this admin site or not. Okay, just this person can able to log into admin site or not. So now super status means designates that this user has all permission without explicitly assigning them. Are you getting right? Now staff status I'm taking. So next after that, can you please save, sir? Because this is the most of the people are going to do this mistake. After enabling, compulsory we require to save. Okay, the user Sunny was changed successfully. Now, are you seeing green symbol is coming, right? Can you please observe? Now onwards, Sunny is also admin person. Now let me send the request with the Sunny ID. Can you please confirm? Can you please confirm? Is it going to be accepted or not? Yes, friends. Is it going to be accepted or not? Yes, perfectly. It is going to be accepted, right? Now I don't want to do get operation, patch operation. I want to do that. Patch operation just I want to do. For the patch operation, one record, I want to change salary, sir, 0000 salary I'm providing. Okay, no issue at all. Acceptable, right? Send. Yes, she can perform. Now the salary will become what? 0. Now the salary will become 0, right? Okay. Yeah, Priyanka, just have a look once here. Just I showed, right? What the difference between normal user and admin? Stop. So normal user, okay, like this one, sir. Now designates whether the user can log into the admin site or not. Yes, sir, is the admin person, he can able to log in. Is the admin person, he can able to log in into the admin site. But super user means this user has all permissions without explicitly assigning them. Regarding super user means something like super admin, sir. So remaining admins, he has to assign, he has to give the status. There is a difference there, right? Now I log in with what team? Have you observed, right? Now I log in with what team? Super admin. That's why now I'm in a position to give answer, to give staff status to the remaining. Okay, super user is the more powerful, right? Okay, well, so now this is about is admin user, like this, right? So especially if our endpoint should be accessed by only administrators, internal only administrators, then we have to go for is admin user. Okay, well, sir, fourth one, take very special care, sir. The name itself indicates is authenticated, is authenticated or read only, is authenticated or read only, like this, right? Sir, now here just take a bit very special care, sir. 1 minute. Does this mean stop user can create another stop user, but super user can? Correct. Stop user cannot create another stop user, but super user can. Yeah, Priyanka, maybe I'm not sure. Just let me log out. Log in again. Sir, just my intention is I want to check, sir, what extra privilege Sunny got when compared with the Malika because of this stop status. That's about my requirement, right? Okay, now he can able to log in. Sir, have you observed, right? If you can log in with the Sunny, okay, he's the admin person, but you don't have permission to edit anything. Even this person is the admin. Yes, Priyank, are you seeing the difference? Now I log in at the Sunny name, but now log out. I'm trying to log in with Malika. Malika. Next and after that Durga. 1, 2, 3. Login. Do you know? Have you observed, right? This Malika not in a position to enter into admin site because this person is the normal user. Now, if you want editing, giving the stop access, creating the new user, if you want such type of things, better to go for what? Super user. Are you seeing the difference, right? 3 things. Okay. Now, Durga, sir, super user. Durga 1, 2, 3, login. Now super user having all privileges, right? Okay. So next, normal user can't access admin interface. Admin log into admin interface, but no Correct. But no permissions. But no permissions to modify anything. Are you getting? No permissions to modify anything. Anything. But super user can access and edit anything. That is the difference. Correct. Okay. 1 minute, sir. Can you please observe? Normal user can't access admin interface. Correct. Okay. Admin user can log into admin interface, but no permissions to modify anything. To modify anything, sir. No permissions to modify anything. Super user can log into admin interface and can modify anything. Can log into admin interface and can modify anything, and can modify anything. Getting right? These are the three things what you people should be aware. What is the difference between normal user like? Okay, well, sir, now the next thing, sir, up to this how many permission classes we covered? Can you please confirm? Up to this, how many permission classes? We took 3 permission classes we covered. Is authenticated, is user, is authenticated. Next thing is sir LONE. Next is admin user like. Now the fourth one, sir, is authenticated or read only. What is the meaning of this one? Can you please confirm? Can you please confirm what it means? Is authenticated or read only? What it means? The name itself indicates, right? The name itself indicates, sir, if you want to perform, sir, read only operations. If you want to perform read only operations like get, next head, next options. If you want to perform read only, then automatically, do you know, sir, we are not required to have authentication. Okay, unauthenticated users also can able to perform read operation. But if you want to perform write operation, regarding if you want to perform write operation means post operation, put operation, next patch operation, and then delete operation. If you want to perform these operations, compulsory should be authenticated. That's all. So now, is it compulsory should be admin or normal user? Can you please tell, sir? Is compulsory should be admin person or normal user? Any person, man. Any person. Just the authentication is enough. Need not be admin. Any person, just authentication is enough. Authenticated person can perform all operations, but unauthenticated person can perform only these 3 operations. Any doubt? Clear? Okay, let me cross check this functionality so that you people can feel more comfortable right here. I'm taking just in the here I want to change permission class instead of is admin user. What is the next one, sir? I'm taking is can you please spell out, sir? Is authenticated or read only. Is authenticated or read only, like this, right? Now here also is authenticated or read only, like this I'm taking. Sir, well, this is the permission class I'm going to take, sir. What I want to what will be there is, let me send the request. Now I want to send the get request. Observe, get request. I want to send the get request, but in the header, sir, I don't want to pass anything. I'm not passing anything, not authenticated. Can you please tell get operation, is it acceptable or not? Ayo, unauthenticated person trying to access, is it possible or not? Unauthenticated person trying to access, is it possible or not? Yes, no issue at all. Happily you can able to do, because unauthenticated person can perform read operation, but authenticated person can perform all. Okay, here which operation I'm performing? Get operation. To perform get operation, sir, get operation, to access this get operation, we are not required to be authenticated. No problem. I'm not passing anything, sir. Yes, perfectly. It's going to work. Don't worry. All the listing of all the things by default will be there. Clear? Any doubt? Okay. What next? Here observe carefully. So now without authentication, so just get only. Of course, get only. I'm taking one first record. Okay, get acceptable, no problem at all. But now patch, I want to do that. I want to do patch in the body. In the body, salary is equal to 1111 like this. I took, sir. That's all, 1111 like. Sir, which operation I'm performing? Can you please observe which operation I'm performing? Patch operation. Patch operation means write operation. Sir, are you providing any token? No, no, no. Can you please confirm? Is it acceptable or not? Yeah, according to this role, this permission, is it acceptable or not? No chance at all. If you want to perform write operation, compulsory authentication must be required. Authentication must be required. Now observe this. Now observe this. You didn't provide authentication credentials. How you are allowed? Now simply it's going to tell, sir, have you observed? Authentication credentials were not provided. Any doubt? Can you please confirm all the people are in a position to understand, right? Okay, that's all. So now the same operation with the header I want to provide, sir. With the header I want to provide. Sir, now which header I'm taking here is, have a look once, Mallika. Mallika is not the admin person, normal user. Mallika, just a token I want to pass, right? Token like this I'm passing. Can you please confirm? Allowed or not? Allowed or not? Just authenticated person. Authenticated person. Yes, no problem at all. He can perform any operation. Authenticated person can able to perform any operation. You are providing the token also. Next and after that, in the body, I'm performing some modifications. In the body, what data salary I want to make a change. Let me do. Send perfect. The salary got changed or not? Yes, the salary got changed. If you want, you can check in the backend database also. By default, it will be changed. Don't worry about that. Friends, everyone in the position to understand what is the meaning of is authenticated or read only? Read only. To perform read operation, authentication is not required. You are not required to pass any token. But to perform write operation, compulsory you require to pass. Okay, this permission is the best suitable, sir. If you want to provide, if you want to provide read permission for everyone, but the update permission only for authenticated users, sir. Best example, sir, in IRCTC website. If you want to check trains information, login, sign up is required or not required? To check trains information, sign up is required or not required? Login required or not required? Not required. But to book the tickets, sign up must be required or not? Are you getting? To book the tickets, sign up must be required. Are you getting that? Something like, okay, so any person can perform read operation, but only authenticated persons can perform write operation. Something like, best example to map. So in this case, what is that? Is authenticated or read only. This is the model. I mean, this is the permission class what we have to give. Can I go to the next one? Yeah, book my show also, same. Book my show also. If you want to see which movie is going on in IMAX, then obviously just only what we call just any person can able to see. But if you want to book the tickets, mandatory, sir, you require to sign up. Can I go to the next one? Yeah, Seshan, just get that basic idea. Yeah, can I go for next one? Okay, the fifth one, the most dangerous thing, sir. The fifth one, most dangerous thing. What that is? Django modal permissions. Django modal permissions. Don't feel, sir, it is sir, separate some subtopic like no, just like is authenticated or read only. Django modal permissions is also one permission class. Django modal permissions is also one permission class. Like, sir, how this one will work? How this one will work, sir? Very simple. Just take a bit very special care about this one, sir. Do you know? Here, this is the most powerful. This is the most powerful permission class, where we have complete control on the permissions, right? We will have complete control on the permissions. Sir, what that? Just 1 minute, please. Up to this, we had a clear discussion about the first four types of authentication classes. The most powerful, sir. Here, multiple loopholes are there. Take very special care about this Django model permissions, right? So, do you know? Here, just aware. If you want to access endpoint, listen this one, sir. To access endpoint, compulsory authentication must be required. Authentication must be required. Must be required. So means compulsory you require to provide token. Without providing token, sir, there is no way. There is no way to access endpoint. First point, sir. One thing. Second one, sir, if you want to perform get operation, get operation, authentication is enough. Authentication is enough. Modal permissions are not required. Modal permissions are not required. Not required. Then immediately you may have the bigger doubt, sir, you are using modal permissions. What it means? What it means? I will discuss. Don't worry. Just aware the word. To perform get operation, authentication is enough. Modal permissions are not required. Means to perform read operation. Okay. To perform write operation. Write means post patch delete to perform this operation. Authentication must be required, plus modal permissions also must be required. Are you getting? So post patch authentication must be required, modal permissions also must be required. Sir, observe a bit small confusion, take a bit very special care. Sir, if you want to access endpoint, compulsory authentication must be required, man. Okay, sir, even I authenticated, but compulsory if you want to perform get operation, just the authentication is by default enough. Authentication itself is by default enough. By default enough. We are not required. We are not required to have modal permissions. But post to perform write operation, compulsory modal permissions must be required. Then immediately you may have the bigger doubt. What is the can you please spell out, sir? You may have the bigger doubt. What is the modal permissions? This is the doubt what you have. So in the back end, we require to provide modal permissions. Okay, how you can, what permissions you have to do that for this beautiful concepts are just aware. If you want to perform post operation, which modal permission required? Add modal permission required. Add modal permission. Just aware the terminology. How you can give? Within a minute I will tell. Nothing will be there. If you want to perform post operation, Which permission must be required, sir? Yard model permission must be required. If you want to perform put and patch, put and patching, which model permission must be required? Change model permission is required. Change model permission must be required. The name itself indicates, right? Post means adding a new resource. Put and patch means changing existing resource. Change. Next, the third one, sir. What is the third one? Delete. If you want to perform delete operation, then delete the model permission must be required. Delete model permission must be required. Okay. Well, then immediately you ask, sir, you are talking about model permission, where we have to give. Can you please explain with a small example? Because what is our permission class name? Django model permissions. Okay, please make sure you should aware, sir. Now observe very carefully. Here what I want to take, to access endpoint, compulsory token must be required. Without authentication, you can't perform any operations. So first authentication must be required. Next, if you want to perform get operation, only authentication is enough. Model permissions are not required. If you want to perform write operation, compulsory model permissions must be required. To perform post, add model permission. To perform put and patch, change model permission. Delete model permission must be required. Any doubt? Sir, you kept us in the middle. You kept us in the middle. What about model permission? Where we have to give? Yeah, don't wait. Just wait for 2 minutes. You can able to get much clarity. Nothing will be there, sir. Just observe the concept. Okay, like now, can you please confirm? I have some small questions. If I configure, what is our permission class name? I forgot, sir. Please confirm. So myself is Ghazni. Most of the times I'm forgetting everything. Can you please tell what is the permission class name? Array? What is the permission class name? Django model permissions. Django model permissions. Okay. Well, now this Django model permissions I'm using here. Okay. Excellent. Permission class is like this. Now, can you please answer very speedily? If I'm using Django model permissions, I want to perform get operation. Authentication is required or not required? Get operation. Authentication is required or not required? Yes. To perform any operation in model permissions, authentication must be compulsory. Okay, well, sir, I'm authenticated. I provided my token, but I'm not having any model permissions. Can I perform get operation? Yes, I provided my token, but I'm not having any model permissions. Model permission. Can I perform get operation? Yes. But to perform write operations, compulsory model permissions must be required in addition to authentication. So authentication plus model permissions is the concept of Django model permissions permission class. Okay, thoda clarity you are having, sir. Now let me go for just the execution. Okay, what I want to take, just the accessing get operation. I don't want to pass any header. I'm not going to pass any header. Header is not there, sir. Observe which operation I'm sending. Get operation. I'm not passing any header. Can you please confirm? Is it acceptable or not? Is it acceptable or not? Just I'm asking again and again because you are going to get much clarity in the concept. Nothing, don't feel bored. Okay, now send. Observe, very clear. Authentication must be required. In Django permission class, without authentication, you can't access anything, man. Compulsory authentication must be required. Okay, excellent, sir. Now I will provide tokens. Where the tokens are available? Here tokens, Mallika token I'm taking because it's already selected. Okay, now authorization, next token, token. Okay, Mallika token I provided. Now observe carefully. Get request, authenticated. To perform get request, okay, authentication is enough. You are not required to have any model permissions. No problem. Can you please tell, is it acceptable or not? Ayo, respond. Is it acceptable or not? Yes, why not? Why not? Perfectly acceptable. I'm getting the response properly right. Now, the next thing what I have to take. Very important, sir. Very important. I want to perform patch operation. Patch operation. Token is there in the body. Salary I'm going to take some 222. Next, to which record? To which record I want to do that? Sir, this is the endpoint, or this is the endpoint, or otherwise one first record only. First record salary I want to update to 322. Just I provided authorization token also. Please confirm. Is it allowed or not allowed? Is it allowed or not allowed? Hey, Subramaniam, think a bit very carefully. Is it allowed or not allowed? Which operation I'm performing? Which operation I'm performing? Hey, Salobharti, you are not observing. Can you please here observe? Patch, patch operation. This is the endpoint. Can you please update my record 1? Next, token already I provided, authenticated person only. Next, what is the value I want to update? 322 for eCell. Is it going to be accepted or not? Is it going to be accepted or not? No chance at all. What is the reason for that? Modal permissions must be required. Can you please have a look once? Don't get confused. So to access endpoint, authentication must be required. Point number 1. You can perform any operation. First authentication must be required. Next, after authentication, to perform get, authentication is enough. Modal permissions are not required. But to perform post put patch, authentication plus model permissions must be required. Okay, like now for Mallika, I didn't provide any model permissions. Then is it acceptable or not? I'm asking again and again because 2 or 3 members are telling wrong answer. That's why. Is it acceptable or not? No chance at all because we provided only authentication but not model permissions. Now have a look once. Have a look once. Okay. You do not have permission to perform this action. Okay. Well, now I want to provide to Mallika saying I want to provide to Mallika, sir, patch operation alone. So to perform patch operation, change model permission is required. To perform post, add model permission is required. To perform delete model permission is required. Okay, where you have to give. Let me go to the backend admin interface users. How many users are there? Can you please confirm how many users are there? Mallika, Durga, Sunny. Now I took Mallika related token. That's why Mallika. Okay. Up to this, we never did in our Django and REST API classes this level. Observe carefully, sir. Username like dot like here. Have you observed there is one section is there? What is that section, sir? User permissions. Okay, like. So now you want to perform which operation? Can you please confirm? You want to perform which operation? Don't get confused. Which operation? Patch operation. Patch means what? Change. Okay, change operation. Change of which model? Which model object? You want to change which model object? Which model? Which model object? Model object. I want to change. Employee object data. I want to change. Correct or not? Employee object data. I want to change. This employee model present inside which application? Test app. So now for Mallika, can you please give change model permission for which models are test app employee model? Are you getting? Just aware these words. Of course, we are not required to type anything. Just copy, select. That's all. Okay. So in the test employee, for this change permission I want to give to Malika. Now observe. Sir, what is the username? Malika. What is the username? Malika. For this Malika, I want to give, sir, which permission? Can you please have a look once? Okay, admin log entry dot. Sir, where we have employee? Are you seeing anywhere employee? Are you seeing anywhere employee? Can you please observe that? Last two things, can you please cross check? Last two things, can you please cross check? Okay, test yeah, employee, can add employee, can change employee, can delete employee. So for Malika, which option we require to provide? Which option we require to provide? Okay, can you please confirm which options are changed? Okay, select this one. Sir, send to permissions. Sir, after this compulsory can change. I want to provide only change. Malika, you are allowed to perform only change operation. You can't add, you can't delete. For you, I want to provide only action is a change action only, change permission only. Compulsory you require to save, sir. Save. Okay, that's all. Now Malika having the capability for save, I mean change option is there. Now can you please confirm, is it acceptable or not? Please, is it acceptable or not? Now I give model permission, that's all. Giving model permission is very easy. Sir, I gave model permission. Now observe that. Now observe earlier employee one record. Earlier employee one record. If you observe employee one record, which data is there? I don't know. 1 minute. Employee one employees. Employee one salary 111 is there. 111 is there, sir. Now I'm trying to change it to 222. Send. Okay, send acceptable or not. 100% pakka acceptable. Now employee salary updated to 222. Okay, let me refresh like a 222, sir. Wow. Malika can able to change employee sir content means put operation, patch operations. Malika having permissions. More control over the permissions because of this Django permission classes. Clear, right? Okay. Now observe. Suppose Malika, what she want to do is delete operation. Delete operation, right? Boss, can you please delete this record? Can you please delete this record? This record. I want to. So, is it possible or not? Is it possible or not? Possible or not? No. Because Malika have only change model permission, not a delete model permission. I didn't give, that's why. So now observe again it's going to tell, yes, observe that. Okay, you do not have permission to perform this action. Yeah, how beautiful. More control over the permissions or not? Okay, now I want to choose another person. I want to choose another person. Okay, now let me take Sunny. Sunny, sir. For Sunny, what I want to take is, sir, here one small thing. Here, do you know Durga is there? He the super admin. Durga is there, super admin. But he is not having any model permissions. Even though he the super admin, just let me copy. His token. Now observe that here. Okay. Let me remove this. Here token like this. So 999 means Durga. Can you please tell Durga can able to perform? Yes, sir, this operation or not? Delete operation or not? Please. No chance at all. Durga is authenticated, but is not having model permissions. That's why even super admin also. So what? Nothing. You can't. Super user also. So what? Nothing. Can you please have a look once? Gone. Super admin having that power. Super admin having that power. Can you please observe? Gone, man. 204 not found. No content. Gone. Super admin having that power. Have a look once. It's already deleted. It's already deleted. One the record gone. Oh, for super admin, model permissions are not required. He's already super, it seems. Durga, right? That's why. Are you getting? So take a bit very special care. Okay, take a bit very special care. So for model for super admin, you are not required to give any model permissions. Already having everything for that person. Okay, well. Now, Sir Sunny is there. Yeah, this point. Please note, observe carefully. Okay. Now, super admin, like a super. Okay. Like that's why my name is always super admin name is always Durga only. I'm going to keep. Okay. Now here just observe what I want to take is, sir, this time I want to take Sunny. This time I want to take Sunny. For Sunny, I want to provide only two options. One is can yard employee. Second one is can change employee, can add and can change, but can't modify. Are you getting? But can't delete. But can't delete. So only two options I provided: can change, and can add employee. Okay, like okay. Well, let me cross check. Now, Sir Sunny related token. I want Sunny related token. Just I'm taking. Yes, 1 minute, please. Here, my. Okay. Let me remove. Warning. Token. Yeah. That's all. This is the Sunny related token. Okay. Now, which operations are post operation she is doing? Post operation to send a post operation. To send a post operation, body must be required. So e name, e shall, like must be required, sir. So e num, e name, e num, e name, e shall, and e address. Okay, and e address. E num, okay, 7777. E name, some Shiva, like I'm taking. Next, E-Cell, okay, 7878, I'm taking. E-address, Mumbai, like I'm taking. Okay, that's all. Next, in the headers, I provided this one. Can you please confirm? Is Sunny can perform post operation or not? Is it acceptable or not? Is it acceptable or not? Yes, no issue at all. Acceptable. Send. Yes, a new ID got created. If you want, you can check in the database. If you want, you can check in the database. Now, a new record got created, sir. A new record got created. Okay, Sunny can able to create the record. Now, my requirement is, sir, Sunny want to perform patch operation. Patch operation of these seven, like in the body, all these things are not required. Only salary, only salary I want, or e name I want to change Shiva Shankar, like this I'm taking, sir. Shiva Shankar. Can you please confirm patch operation? Is it possible or not? Yo, respond. Is it possible or not? Yes. No doubt. Send patch operation. Possible? No problem. Shiva became Shiva Shankar like. Let me cross check. refresh, Shiva became Shiva Shankar. Patch is allowed. Now, this person want to perform delete operation. Delete operation. Is it possible or not possible? Possible or not possible? No, no, not possible. Is it possible or not possible? No, no. Now observe. Now observe, you do not have permissions to perform this action. So more control over permissions if you are going to use the Django model permissions class. Any doubt? Any doubt? Now how to give model permissions? How to give model permissions? Like we know based on our programming requirement, we have to provide. Most of the times, do you know, is authenticated is the commonly used permission class, because only registered users is allowed to access. Okay, any person is allowed to access. Any person is allowed to access. Then we are not required to worry about authentication authorization first. Okay, is authenticated, most commonly used access model permission class. Sir, up to this any doubt? Here respond. Up to this any doubt? Sir, total how many permission classes we discussed, sir? Observe a bit very carefully. The first one we covered hello, any person is allowed unrestricted access, no restrictions to access, right? Next, the second is authenticated, only authenticated users can perform operations. Next is admin user, only admin can perform operations. Okay, is authenticated or read only. Is authenticated or read only. Sir, only authenticated person can perform write operations, but anonymous person can perform only read operation. Okay, like that. So anyone can perform read operation, but only authenticated people can perform write operation. Next, the Django model permissions. This Django model permissions is the most powerful, full control over the permissions. Okay, like that. But compulsory authentication must be required if you want to perform put operation, patch, write operation. Compulsory model permissions also must be required for the user. Then only write. Okay, then next, what is the next cinema? Yeah. Yes. So just a Priyank, he's asking, is it necessary to give these model permissions using admin interface? Can we able to write the code for this? So Priyank, as of now, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So it may be possible, because in Django I can use the word everything customizable, may be possible, but we have to dig further way. Getting? Maybe possible, definitely, because it is just a user permissions, right? Once a user object you can able to access, we can do that. Yes, possible. Now, what is the last one? Anyone can you please tell? What the last one, sir? Django model. Yeah, that's what you have to dig. Are you getting? Customizable, possible, but how you can? Okay. Django model permissions are Yanan read only. Yanan read only. Can you please confirm what is the difference between these two things? Please respond, friends. What is the difference between these two things? Sir, the difference is what the difference between these two things, right? Anyone can you please tell? It's exactly same as Django model permissions class, except that to perform read operation, anyone is allowed to perform read operation, right? Sorry, to perform read operation, any anonymous person can perform read operation. Means anonymous person means that no token is required, no authentication is required. Regarding no token, no authentication is required to access our endpoint. Okay, but in this case, first to touch endpoint, compulsory authentication must be required. But in this case, read operation, authentication is not required. But to perform write operation, sir, authentication plus model permissions are required. Any doubt? Okay. Now let me take this one also. Here, can you please confirm? Let me test whether it's working properly or not. What is the next one? Can you please tell? Django model permissions are enum read only. Django model permissions are enum read only. Django model permissions are enum read only. Like this, right? Okay, well. Sir, now just I updated. Just I updated, right? Now here observe. I want to perform get request, no authorization token, no authorization token. Get request, no authorization token. Can you please tell, is it acceptable or not? Ayo, respond. Is it acceptable or not? Yes, that is the only difference. That is the only difference, right? Yes, send. Send. Can you please observe? Yes, successful. Now I want to perform patch operation. Patch operation. I want to perform patch operation. Patch operation. Now, sir, in the body, just e-name Shiva Shankar, something like I want to perform patch operation for three. Three. I'm taking, sir. Three. For the three, I want to perform patch operation. But in the header, sir, I didn't provide anything, sir. Can you please confirm? Is it acceptable or not? Respond. Acceptable or not? No chance at all. So if you want to perform right operations, compulsory authentication must be required. Are you getting? Without authentication, you can't perform right operation. Send. What the answer? Authentication credentials were not provided. Any doubt? All the people are in a position to understand clearly, right? Okay, this is what these are various model permissions what we have. How you can give model permissions, everything. I hope you are in the position to understand, right? Now, if you feel comfortable, we can go for how to define how to define our own, okay, just the custom permissions. How we can define our own custom permissions, we have to define. So this one is also possible, man. I want to define my own permissions, something like something like if the user is a Sunny, then only hello any operation. Then only hello any operation. All remaining people, all remaining can perform only read operation. Only read operation. Something like yes, we can implement my own. Yes, how you can able to do that part. Next, moreover, all these things manually we can able to implement also. Manually we can implement these things also programmatically, right? Sir, here yellow any is authenticated, is admin user like sir, my requirement here is read only, that's what. So no person is allowed to perform write operation. Everyone can able to access only read operation only. How you can implement this type of things, that part we have to go for custom permissions. Clear, right? Okay, how you can able to do that part I will take care, sir, in the next session.